Hey guys, Dr. Prometheus here. Welcome back to some more of our Modded Madden Bears franchise. We're having some fun here. Caleb is doing absolute work, and well, we're still a game behind the Falcons. They play to round out the year on their schedule. So look for the Falcons. They play the Eagles in week 18. They take on the Texans. So they have a harder finish to the year than we do. It is possible that we can take this 1 seed. It is possible. Now, for the Bengals, who we play today, looking at their team. So the injuries, they've kind of stacked up for them. They're going to be without Jamar Chase, Chris Jenkins, Matt Pryor. So that's the long-term Matt Pryor that was on the Bears. And rookie Jalen Walker, who was picked 12th overall, is out for the remainder of the season. The return dates of guys that did get back this week: Geno Stone, Larry Ogunjobi, and John Feliciano play some center. So get a little bit back in this one. We look at the scouting report. Third at quarterback with Joe Burrow. 10 in running backs, the lead running back being Chase Brown, and then Trayvon Henderson's having a decent year as a rookie. They're ranked 1 in wide receivers with T. Higgins, Jermaine Burton, and Alan Lazard right now. I think it still counts what their top 3 receivers are, even if they're injured. At tight end, 23rd, Colton Loveland. He's had a pretty decent season, just under 500 yards, 3 touchdowns. Pretty good as a rookie. He was in the second round, 12th overall pick, 12th pick in the second round. And then Eric All Jr. on the line, 29th overall. They need to rebuild this. They slowly started doing it with Mims. It was the 18th overall pick in 2024. Isaiah Wind, Trey Hill, Brandon Walton, and Orlando Brown. So I would expect that they're going to go a little bit more with the line. They are 8-7, trying to get back to what they were last season. I think at this point they're not going to make it to the playoffs. So for defense, the defensive line is 20th overall. Trey Hendrickson is the one that headlines this one. On the year, he has 5 sacks. 5 sacks. Has not been great. Just taking a step off there. Bobby Brown, Tim Settle, and Sam Williams. And then the linebacking core, 15th. So Tuli Tulapalatu, they did bring him in. We had him on our practice squad when we unlocked their ability to practice squad steal. He's going to be starting for them. Mac Wilson and Logan Wilson. And then secondary is 24th in the league. Cam Tyler Britt, DJ Turner, Dax Hill, Geno Smith, and Marcus Epps for that. Coached in the hot seat. Jets, it could be possible. Darren Rizzi, could be possible there. I'm not sure if he's actually the coach since in real life. He might be. Kevin Stefanski, I don't know why he's not fired yet. Jonathan Gannon with Arizona just hasn't worked out. Trying to get to 9-8. Maybe he'll save his job. And Dan Quinn, after going 10-7, now they're 5-10 this season. Welcome to week 17. It's Joe Burrow, DJ Moore looking for another great game. Buck 21 on the day last week. But here we are in Cincinnati. We are 11-4. We have officially locked up everything in the division. And the real question is, can we get that number 1 seed? Now, we are a game back. If we end up going in a tie, we will take the first seed, as we are tied with the Eagles. So it's going to come down to this. We're all at 12 wins. It goes to the next week, and that's what we need. But Joe Burrow is still playing for playoff hopes at 8-7. We're going to receive this in Badger, the rookie. Gonna take that up to the 30. Scatterboo for another week. Swift will be back next week. Caleb Williams still having a great season, past 4,000 yards. The first Bears quarterback to ever pass over 4,000 yards. So great accomplishment. Doesn't in his second year, but hey, sights are even higher. But Tui Palatu says no. So that's a sack right off the bat. We hand it out to Jay Knott up the middle. And we make it 3rd and 4. Dropping back. Caleb has to move around. Dodges the defensive tackle there and gets the first down. Dropping back. Blitz is picked up. DJ Moore wide open. Throwing to his feet. Trying to set up the screen. Scatterboo has one. Working downfield. Good block by Campbell. Blocking 2. And Scatterboo bulldozing another one. And that's down to the 27. Little RPO action. And Luther Burden grabs 4 there. 2 tight end set right side. We run left. Scatterboo open hole there. Can't break that last tackle. Empty backfield here. Looking around. Caleb going over the middle and just trying to squeeze that into Cole Kmet. Good coverage. Darnell Wright is injured. We will start with Larry Borum there. We'll see how that works out. But here is Caleb into the end zone for the touchdown. He's going to have something like 35 to 40 combined touchdowns between passing and rushing. But here it's Joe Burrow. We'll see what he can do today. Still fighting for playoff contention. Win this week and likely win next week. And they are really in. He's over 4,000 yards, 24 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions. If they win this game, they can at least make their playoff prospects even more. If they lose today and win next week, they can still be in it, but they'll need some help. So pitch out the outside and taken down. They'll make it a 3rd and 5. Burrow dropping back. Going for his man, knocked away by Jalen Johnson. Big play there. It's punted back to the Bears after a 3 and out. Dropping back. Williams. Over the middle to Cole Kmet for 7. Man in motion here. Right side. And this is just a bad play scheme. I don't know why we're trying to get Trey Hendrickson. I think it is. Trying to get a block there by a receiver by Tutu Atwell. But that's silly. Roma Dunze does move the chains. But here it is. Good blocks from the outside. And that's more. We set up a screen next time. And here is a good block by Tui Palatu. And Williams looking over the middle. And I did not see the linebacker fall in the coverage. I believe that is Logan Wilson. I was going to say Jermaine Pratt. I think he's on the other side. So Burrow with a short field here. Dropping back. Going for it all, and that's picked off. Stevenson both feet in, and it is going back. So back-to-back turnovers. We commit 1, and then Burrow commits 1. So we start from our 1. And yes, I'm not trying to say 1 too many times, but we also only gain 1 yard. Dropping back, Caleb. Those are the outside of Scatterboo. Scatterboo trying to get some room, breaking a couple of tackles and a stiff arm 3rd and inches. We will not obviously go for it if we don't make it, but luckily we do there. Scatterboo up the middle for a 1st down. Play action of Roshan Johnson. Looking. Has time, and that's almost picked off again. Empty backfield set. Looking around. Has time and hit as he throws, and that's incomplete. 3rd and 10, trying to move the chains here. Dropping back. Looking. Going to go underneath the Jade Knot, and that is easily tackled by Wilson. So we punt it back to the Bengals, starting from their own 40. Burrow going over the middle, finds his man, but, well, that's a good one, and it's dropped. Going over the middle, that's caught, and that will be a big play. I forgot who 81 is. So I looked at it. That is Jermaine Burton. This run up on the right side by Chase Brown. Going to be a play action to Henderson, the rookie, and that is over on the right side. Man in motion, tight end. Burrow looking. Gonna put it out to the left, and that will be a first down. Another handoff here up the middle, breaking a couple tackles. And that will make it a second for Burrow. Looking, finds his man, and that is a good one. That's the rookie Loveland, not able to get the touchdown, but well, that's going to be a touchdown to, I believe that's to Burton. So here we go. Scatterboo up the middle with the tie. Ball game only gains 2. Williams under center. Man in motion is Komet. Gonna be a play action. Block is picked up. Looking, gonna find Lackley. He's had a couple of catches this year. I think that's probably his 3rd or 4th on the year. 3rd and 4. Dropping back. Looking. Has time. Finds Rome Odunze moving up the middle into Bengals territory for the first down. Trips left on a shotgun handoff. Scatterboo has a couple of blocks downfield. Let's gain a 9. Jay Knott now checking in. Dropping back. Looking. Stepping up in the pocket. Trying to move around. And it's thrown on the move. DJ Moore was wide open. If that's an accurate throw, that is a touchdown. It's unfortunate. Caleb had to move around the pocket and just overthrows Moore, but able to get that catch. Going to Cole Komet here over the middle. And that's for 4. Dropping back. Looking. Stepping up. Gonna find Cole Komet again to move the chains. 1st and goal. Gonna give it to Jay Knott up the middle. He stopped at the 4. Scatterboo trying to set up a screen. He has it, but the blockers, Will Campbell, can't get over there. Dropping back. Caleb again. Looking. Doesn't like what he sees. He's gonna throw it away. On a 4th and goal, we're gonna go for it. Dropping back. Looking. As time finds DJ Moore for the touchdown. 2 of them on the day. I believe that is for DJ Moore. So here we go. Little trips left. They're going to give this one to Brown. And Melon is there with the stop. Henderson's going to check in. Play action. We send TJ Edwards, and that's going to be the first sack of the day. 3rd and long. Looking, trying to get it all back, and he's close, and Higgins isn't going to get there, and so they punt it back. Good field sweep here, and we're going to hand it out to Scatterboo, and nowhere to go there. 2nd and 12. Dropping back. Caleb is going to scramble up to make it a 3rd and 5. Jay Knott in the backfield, setting up the screen. It's there. He catches it. All the guys are downfield with the long streak routes, and that's a first down. A little bit of a bunch set on both sides. Scatterboo up the middle. 4, only 2. We're not able to get this run game up the middle working. Blitz is there. It's kind of picked up. Should have been picked off by Geno Stone, and it's dropped. Looking again and going underneath. Rome Odunze. They say he has it and it won't be challenged. So dropping back at the 2-minute warning, and there is a sack. So dropping back again in his face, trying to get away from Hendrickson. Gets away from him. The first down and more to the Bengals 37. Empty backfield set. Quick throw over the middle to Jay Knott, and we are under a time crunch. Dropping back, looking, pressure up the middle, and that was a good blitz. 3rd and 1. Dropping back, looking, has time. Going to go short to Scatterboo to get the first down and move the chains. And we will take our first time out. Caleb dropping back, looking. He's going to scramble forward, slide at the 10. We'll take our second time out. 1 more left, 41 seconds left. Looking, we're going to go underneath, and there's a Luther Burden into the end zone for the touchdown. The rookie has put on a great campaign this season. In the red zone, he has been absolute fire with these post routes, with these corner routes, and these under routes, that he has been a big part of it. Joe Burrow, not going to really have anything to go here. He's not going to take a shot downfield. Looking again, does find a man, but there is Jalen Johnson with the stop at the 48. They're going to sling the ball around a little bit. Looking, going to go underneath, and there's Loveland down at the 44 of the Bears. Dropping back, quick throw over the middle, and that's dropped. Empty backfield set, quick throw picked off by Jalen Johnson. Tries to work down field, but there's T. Higgins with the stop, and that is a big one. 21-7 will be the game going into the half, and Jalen Johnson just read that a mile. A lot of just, I don't know, some struggles between Lazard and Higgins there. We're going to try to take a shot. First play, it's not there. We're going to try to take another shot. Maybe we can get a flag. And we're going to scramble with Caleb. Caleb's going to get to the 40, take a hit down at the 34, and that will be the end of your first half. Big defensive day for the Bears. 2 turnovers. We only committed 1 turnover, a pick thrown to Logan Wilson. Otherwise, 21-7. We're happy with this. We kick the ball back to the Bengals, and we'll see what they have. The halftime report, one of the key games, Lions and Steelers. The Lions look like they might move to 8-8. On the other side, we'll see if the Saints, who are 2-14, they drop another game. Then another division game, 8-8. Vikings. Will the Cowboys make their playoff hopes a little brighter with that 9-7 game? So here we go. Burrow trying to get back in this game. Quick throw right side of the rookie Loveland, and that will be gain of 6. Bunches left, looking, going underneath, and there's Higgins getting him involved for the first down. Hendrickson checks in the backfield. He's going to get the ball here, working downfield, moving around, and showing that speed and the juke ability they showed at Ohio State. That's a good one there. Dropping back, looking, and that should have been tipped. It should have been tipped by Pickens, but he just couldn't reach it. Henderson back in the backfield, dropping back, throwing over the left side, and taken down quickly. Out of the shotgun, empty backfield set, going over the middle, and finds his man Burton in the middle, just all in that zone in the middle. Empty backfield set again, quick throw left side, caught, and there is Allen Lazard with the touchdown. The Bengals strike 21-14. A little bit of a misdirection, delayed handoff at the middle, Jaden Knott for 8. Scatterboo comes in, 2 tight ends, right side, has some room on the outside. One man to beat, tries to juke him at the 40, but taken down. A little bit of a play action screen here. We set it up for Roshan. And another great play by a defensive tackle. So dropping back here, Caleb, pressure in his face, looking on the move, and had a man, likely would have been a touchdown, working upfield. Setting up the screen again, and it looks like at least the Bengals are keying in on it, but on a 4th and 3, we're going to go for it. Dropping back, looking. Sky Moore is going to get this one and hauling him for the first down, the former Chief. Going to be a handoff to Scatterboo up the middle for a short game. Play action to Scatterboo, trying to get away from it and sacked. Gave up 4 on the day so far. Williams looking, moving around the pocket, has time. Going to go for the end zone. Caught by Romadunze, but a big hit, and he drops it. We will get a field goal. It'll be up in this one. We're actually accurate on, and we make it a 24-14 game. Handoff here, right side, and I'm not sure who this is. Scampering around, number 7. It looks like Brown took an injury. Henderson getting this one, making a couple moves and a first down. Man in motion, right side is Burton looking. Finds his man underneath. It will be Allen Lazard for the first down, working in the Bears territory. Hand off to Henderson, looking, and that's a big stop by Nandi. Another handoff here, left side, making a move, and I don't know why he was so easily through that, but just the linebacker core was nowhere to be found. Quick throw left side, and that is a catch for T. Higgins. Hand off to Henderson, He will be met at the 5. It is a first and goal. Dropping back, looking. Has time. Taken down from behind the Moolah Melon on Joe Burrow. So a second and goal. Setting up his screen. Quick pressures there. And Henderson is nowhere to go. Trips left again. Looking. Has time. Pressure, he felt it off the backside, he throws it away. It is back to a 7-point game, 24-17. 3-yard gain as we're going to give it to Scadaboo again. Man in motion, looking, trying to make it. Breaks a tackle there on the outside, bounces off, and will get down to make it a 3rd and 1. Going to be another handoff here. Gets through the room, stiff arm there, and will get down to the 49. That's probably the most effective game Scadaboo's had, and we're going to give this to Roshan Johnson, and nothing but room in that zone hole. That's a big gain over the middle. Caleb, play action, has time. Tick has time and just cannot get a good throw to Romadunze. Hand off to Jaden out, bounces off Logan Wilson to make it a 3rd and 1. A little bit of a misdirection, and Scadaboo fighting for those yards to move the chains. DJ Moore in motion, right side, dropping back. Gonna go underneath and misses Luther Burton completely. Empty backfield set. Dropping back. As time finds Lackey. Lackey, the rookie out of Iowa, gets down inside the 10 to the 8. And it's a 1st and goal. Dropping back. Looking. Has time and has Luther Burton open again. It's just not there. Handoff. Outside, Scadaboo is not there. Dropping back, looking. That would have been a good one, but not able to do it. It's back to a 10-point game after the field goal. Handoff. Brown is back in the game, and that will be only a gain of 1. Loveland at the tight end on the left side, looking. Gonna go on the outside and find his man Brown for the 1st down. 2 tight ends set this time, going over the middle. Big hit by TJ Edwards. T. Higgins holds on. Dropping back, Burrow, looking, going over the middle, and that is Alan Lazard. I mean, St. Juice isn't going to do much with that. Quick throw right side, and that is just behind Brisker. A little bit of a hurry up offense. Out to Loveland, a little bit of a delayed release, but that'll be the 1st down. Empty backfield to set again. Looking downfield, has a man, and it's going to be caught. A mismatch. Brown on TJ Edwards, and Chase Brown will win that 10 times out of 10. We can't give that easy play to Joe Burrow right there. So it's a 3-point game, 27-24. Scadaboo up the middle as we try to drain this last 5 minutes. Good gain of 9. Handoff for Roshan, trying to get through and nowhere to go. 3rd and inches. Handoff. Jaden out will move the chains, and we will tick even further. Gonna be a play action. Scadaboo rolling out right side. Has a man and misses. He misses DJ Moore. Dropping back. Looking around. He's going to scramble for it. We'll have the 1st down into Bengals territory. We tick under 3 minutes left to play. Setting up a screen. Looked at, and well, that's covered easily there. Showing an RPO now. Roma Dunse, it is followed. Jaden Knott has some room, but not enough. 3rd and 6. There's DJ Moore in motion, looking. The play deep is not there. We have a man in. It is Cole Kmet, and we just overthrow him. We're going to go for it on 4th. Probably not the smartest move, but we're going to try. We're going to rush forward. Caleb Williams inside the 25, and that will be a good one. The Bengals take their 2nd timeout. Handoff. Jaden Ott, and that will be stopped. Cincinnati takes their 3rd and final timeout before the 1st minute warning. And there it is. Cole Kmet, that's caught over the middle, and that's a big play. We kind of figured that they were going to play a little bit towards the line of scrimmage to play the run. And that is just a floated ball to Cole Kmet. Both feet are down. And it's 34-24. Dropping back. Burrow trying to quickly answer with the 2-minute warning hitting. No timeouts. They need something quick. Going. And they will get something quick. It's T. Higgins down the seam for a touchdown. You gotta count to T. Higgins. That's a big play. And now it's going to come down to the onside kick. But first, they're going to go for 2. Trying to make it a field goal game. Quick throw left side, T. Higgins. And that actually makes it a 2-point game. So a field goal will win it. The onside kick is there. It's dived on by Luther Burton. He's going to stay on the ground. And that will be the end of your ball game. We will be able to kneel it down. We get this game. Got a little dicey. Just a little bit towards the end. But we played well. Positive in the turnover differential. We were pretty good with that. Joe Burrow did sling it around. We able to hem in T. Higgins. Run game was exceptionally well compared to what it is, even though it's a pretty low bar. But I thought we played pretty good all around. Took some risks, but hey, it went our way. So without further ado, let's hold it over to StatDark. Big day today. 34-32. Got a little dicey towards the end. Joe Burrow slinging the ball around like Joe Burrow does. But hey, we survive. He went 27-33, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Caleb went 23 of 43 for 234, 3 touchdowns and 1 interception. In the rushing department, we kept them pretty in check for the most part, but they were playing from behind. Plus, they have Joe Burrow. So, not going to be a lot of rushing. Caleb goes for 118, trying to run around this pass rush. I mean, Henderson is a pain. He does have a touchdown. Scadaboo with 74. And then Ott with 29. The receiving, Scadaboo with 54. We kind of spread it around, all around. Komet 4 for 44 and a touchdown. Moore at 2 for 20 and a touchdown. Luther Burton at 2 for 15 for a touchdown. So we were just spreading the ball around as much as possible. At T. Higgins 101 with a touchdown. Burton with 82 and a touchdown. Then Chase Brown had 1 and Alan Lazard. In the blocking, we only were able to make them give up 1 sack. We gave up 2. We had to put Borum in for some time. On defense for us, our tacklers, our best tacklers are the linebackers, which is good to see. 2 TFLs for Emmanuel Mellon, which I think was great. Nandi is in there. Edwards, sacks. Princely gets 1. Edwards gets 1. Interceptions by both outside corners in Tyreek Stevenson and Jalen Johnson. I thought we played pretty good, and Watts is playing pretty good for a guy that's never actually for a rookie, I should say. Stone had 13 total tackles. Logan Wilson, sacks. I mean, still big. He fouls, still big. Interception by Logan Wilson. I just didn't see him in coverage. All right, I'm going to get this highlight. We'll be back into the Madden app. So here we go, week 17 recap, and it happened. It happened. The Falcons lost to the Eagles. Eagles moved to the 2 seed after winning that 27-13. We'll see the box score in that important game. Hurts, clean sheet there. Penix just put it on, but not a lot of rushing. Saquon was pretty good there. 2.5 sacks by Jalen Carter. It was the sacks. It was the sacks. Chargers beat the Broncos 23-3 to move to 7-9. Broncos fall to 10-6. They'll still be the 4 seed going into this final week. Panthers beat the Rams 25-19. Giants over the Packers to move to 9-7. That is a big one there. Packers moved to 8-8. 500 right now, struggling what could be an 8-9 season. Chiefs beat the Raiders by 4 to 7-9. Bills over the Texans 35-18. The Bills trying to make a better record of themselves. Maybe they can take over that 4th seed. Dolphins win by 1 over the Commanders. I think Dan Quinn might be fired in Washington. We'll have to see. Patriots beat the Bucks to move to 5-11. The 6-point game. Lions beat the Steelers by 7. They are now 8-8. It's interesting because that 7th seed is all 8-8 teams. And right now the Vikings have that for an 8-8 team. We'll get to their score here a little bit later. Cardinals moved to 8-8, 24-10 against now the 8-8 Seahawks. Jets moved to 6-10 over 9-point win over the Titans. Cowboys beat the Vikings. Moved to 9-7. Okay. Colts moved to 7-9 after a 6-point win over the Jags. And then the Niners. The streak is going still for them. 24-13 over the 2-14 Saints. The Saints have locked the first overall pick like weeks ago. I think at this point. I don't think anyone's remotely close to them. And then we have one here. It's the Browns over the Ravens, 19-16. Yeah, I think the Saints have locked up that first overall pick for weeks. Jared Goff not doing any great stuff there. Okay, charged with that upset. It's going to be some questions here. Caleb, pretty good day today. Malachi Starks, 9 tackles, 11 interceptions. Cam at a top rookie day. Nice to see. Biggest disappointments, yep. Injury, CeeDee Lamb got banged up. Those are short-term injuries. I might turn it down just a little bit more with that. The transactions, nothing crazy did I see here. So we'll have to figure out what the Browns are really doing here as we go through. Let's look at their defensive snaps here. 7 sacks is their best by Mike Hall. Myles Garrett only has 4.5. That's not good to see. Kyle Kennard, though, the rookie, 3.5. That could get better. Denzel Ward with 5 picks. He might end up securing himself a long-term contract if he doesn't already have one at that one. And then they're in cap space hell. And that's mainly because of the fact of this quarterback room. And the fact that they took a massive hit. Those are dead cap. $103 million in dead cap. In 2026, it just gets better. But we've had to make an exception so they can at least fit a team, which is quite hilarious. So if that's actually yeah, they're at 52 players, which is quite hilarious. All right, we'll have to see what we can do. Because we're 5th most cap in the league. Then when we go into next year, we are 80 million. So there's still that 80 million for next season. Then from there back up to one of the highest in the league. So There's still some guys we still have to mess with. Plus, this looks like it's going up about 20 million. Estimated cap. We'll see what that ultimately is. But we only carry 12 million dead cap, and then only 2 million the following year. So we'll have to see who we end up sending back. So we're playing pretty well. We're 5th in the power rankings. Caleb is 8th in QB rankings. This QBR just behind Josh Allen. I feel pretty good. So thanks for hanging out. Go and leave a like below, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Later.